Hey everyone, how are you, my little peeps? I hope everything's fine with you. And for today, I'll be way too slow that I've been previously, cause I just wanna check how I'm sounding when I'm not rushing things around me as I always do, like trying to be resembling like some kind of anchor on news channel, like doing blah 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 without any pauses and without stopping. And that's been for some high purpose of mine. And in today's video should I'll be speaking slightly more at a lower pace that I regularly do, and we'll see how I'm going with that and how it materializes. Anyways, my day was lit in all the ways, though I'm kind of like philosophic kind of guy today, and I should say that some kind of that goes as follows: thoughts being thought, things being done, words being said, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I turned to brooding in the midst of the day. I felt kind of relief that I don't have to rush things anymore, because I brought things to the point that I wanted them to be in, and just I partly accomplished my intraday issues, and I was filled with the kind of contentment and gratefulness for my being here and for my well-being, I should say. Thanks God, and for my uplifted mood after completing my issues of today, as I reported earlier on. And I tell you what, I haven't unwinded yet after following those kind of very strict and very complicated issues of mine. And though I should say that I have been slammed all day, I've been completely out of any other processes or being just following maybe some other tracks that I could follow in this particular day. But I kind of turned back to my working errands and to my intraday stuff related to my future working process and present working days, I should say. And that's where I try to get some more skills at doing something more significant that I've done previously in a whole while that I've lived so far throughout all my life track, I should say. And today's video, just I tell you what, I practiced not small bunch of English today, along with my lead colleagues whose names were Ansel and Daniel. To the point, Daniel is back again to our lead city called something, and he's actually back. That's the main point. And I kind of hugged him, and he hugged me, and we met at our local venue today, and we were just mesmerized seeing each other, you know what I'm saying? And mesmerizing thing went in a natural way, and we just greeted each other as a true friends, and he was glad to see me, I was glad to see him back again in our city and in our local venue, as I reported to you right now. And there was another lead. He's not a lead guy. His name is Eugene. He's not Native American, but I guess he's been to US several times regarding his accent, regarding his pronouncing thing as for his English. And I'm not kind of telling that he was very high in the skies in terms of how he sounded in his English, but in comparison with me, he kind of on the same level, I should say. But regarding the accent, he's kind of slightly forward in comparison with me, but regarding the way I spoke and regarding the vocabulary I used, I'm slightly ahead of him. That's from my standpoint. It's kind of objective or not objective standpoint, or just the way I think now and the way I grasp stuff when it comes to me in a natural way. And the place, our local venue, was kind of filled with complete affinity, and ambience of the place was just in the air, and that was lit. Everyone was kind of uplifted and effervescent, and all the meeting was conducted in a very good way. That guy named my friend, whose name is Daniel, he brought up something new to our practice, and he brought out the thing that went as follows, that goes as follows, and we sat in front of each other, making two rows, and beside each other, I should say, in each row. It might relate to what I'm saying. We were sitting there, we were making kind of like two straight lines, seeing each other in front, and sitting in front of each other and seeing each other like on the front side, like I'm facing her, she faces me, and we were sitting there in front of each other, and we were about to make like kind of not completely panther-ended speech, but we were about to comprise something like poetry piece, you know what I'm saying? We're not. I'm just kidding. I'm not bragging here about what's been done. I'm just telling things as they were at our local venue today, particularly in this English-speaking practice that was lit in all the ways. I'm emphasizing this fact. It's never been kind of that stuff that we passed in this particular English practice. That was amazing and lit. And what was I gonna say? We were sitting in front of each other, and Daniel wrote the questions on the board, on the blackboard, and using a piece of chalk, and he was trying to find that piece of chalk, and someone else brought it to him, and it's kind of side note. I got sidetracked again. I always do, actually. It's not a point. What I was gonna say? Daniel figured out questions for us, and we were about to ask that questions, or alternatively by sitting in front of each other and telling the rambling story of the present day. And the questions actually were ramblings, deepest hush ramblings place elsewhere in the deepest woods ever. That's what I've got from that conversations. And the idea was cool, because we were about to practice our English without stopping, just continuous talk without stopping, and I had to stop because I felt kind of guilt because I didn't let someone else to bring their story up, and I stopped and I let her provide the possibility to another person to speak in front of me, to tell her his story to me, lay it on me, I should say, and we've done that stuff mutually and alternatively, and after completing our stories, we were about to change our seats, like rotating against that. Let's say it's not a circle, it's like two rows in front of each other, but we were about to change our place, like in a circle, rotating clockwise or against the clockwise, or I forgot what order it was, but it's not the point. We changed place. We were sitting again in front of each other, in front of some other person. We were about to tell another rambling story related to some stuff that was written on the blackboard. That nice dude called, whose name was and still is Daniel, brought up to our meeting of today. And guys, I tell you what. I was kind of like completely just glad about what happened, because that was extremely enlightening and useful, and I should say that I tried to pronounce things very clearly, trying to resemble like American-made accent, or having no accent actually. I failed, and I felt at pronouncing things in a good way, in a proper way, especially having that Daniel sitting in front of me, and once he sat in front of me, my kind of thoughts in my head became messed up because I was about to speak in front of a native speaker of English, and I completely kind of forgot the stuff that I wanted to tell. But after recalling that stuff, I began my speech, and that was not good, not bad, just so-so, you know what I'm saying? That I provided the possibility to have his speech, to say a couple of words, and he said, and I said yeah, I nodded in approval, and he nodded in approval, and we agreed on that, and that was cool. Guys, another cool and elite thing of today, I want to kind of show and tell. Okay, here is one shot of it. I have this nice American-made t-shirt. I turned the camera to the right angle so you can see on your own eyes very clearly my American originally made t-shirt. American made. See, it has a flag on it, like with stars and the stripes, with the stripes of American flag following like in a vertical way, but it's supposed to be like in a horizontal way, but I put it on and it became like in a vertical way, but nevertheless you get the point, right? And I've never been to such an angle of my camera as I'm in right now, but it's still a kind of like extra piece that I wanted to add in this particular video of today, and I promised to be slow, I promised to be dumb, though I didn't promise to be done in this particular video, but I am, and I'm speaking like a regular rate of speech that I would speak on the street, on a bus, elsewhere if I were in the United States of America. But I will, I hope I will, if I don't die I will, because I want to see the world, I want to see the United States of America, how people do there, what they do, how they follow their everyday life tracks, how they accomplish the issues, the regular issues, what they are on, what are they just thinking about us, our local just residents of our country, what they do, how they treat us, how they feel that stuff, international stuff, the mood, the relationships between us as a human beings, and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's been my kind of rambling story, not too short, not too long. You see, I'm kind of doing this without any preparatory ground. I'm kind of telling things as they come to my mind, and I'm just letting myself pull out all these things out of my mind, and to provide some more free space to encounter things to come into my mind and to be pulled up after those ones who'd come previously to my mind had been pulled out of my mind before that. You know what I'm saying? I tried to be as fucking clear as I could, and my tongue got twisted several times in a day, and I'm gonna just wrap this shit up in order to save my brain from being sunk in these deepest English woods. And I'm contented with those woods. I reported you what I wanted, and let it be the thing of today. Let's just say that I've done for the day, but only for the day. If I don't die, I will keep in my practices forwarding on this channel, and you may follow me, we may follow your own life tracks, and you follow mine if you want, and become a subscriber if you want. If you want to just, if you're a learner, if you're a second language, you want to learn and know more what's cooking in my apartment here, what's cooking in my life on the whole, I should say, then follow my channel and become a subscriber if you want. It's up for you, it's your choice. Anyways, and that's been my amazing and always speaking practice of today. I've tried to bring something new into this particular video shoot of today, and it's up for you to decide how it was in this particular video shoot. And anyways, I'll be forwarding my activities here, and have an eye on it if you want. And that's all about tonight. Be practice, be good and lead. You know what to do with yourself, right? And just be good and lead, and do your own. No matter what they say, what they do, just never give up. I'm with you. It's been my practice of today. See you all until a while. See you soon. Thanks for being on my channel. See you all. Bye.